When I was a kid and I'd watch videos like this, or this, or this, all I could ever think was, I want one. So here's the story of how I made my very own character and then spent a year putting him everywhere. Ever since I was little, I wanted to make my own character.
Hi, today I will be making a tutorial on how to create one of these. To start, we'll need a character.
To figure out what I wanted my character to be like, I first needed to figure out what I liked about these. First, they're versatile. You can put the same character in a bunch of different situations and it's good every time. They're relatable. They let you see what normal human things would be like for a tiny living shell.
Guess what I wear as a hat? What? A lentil.
And they feel real, like little creatures that you could actually go find in the real world. So with these three criteria, I set out to make my own perfect character. So my first idea was, what if solo cups at a party were alive? I made a movie about two cups named Kevin and Jimmy who battle a pizza box. I was really happy with how it turned out, but it didn't satisfy my desire for a good character that I was wanting. Because while it was a fun story, it wasn't very relatable. So I tried again and made a short film called Ugly, where all of the characters had hand-drawn faces. This time the characters were a lot more relatable, but unfortunately the concept wasn't very versatile. I couldn't use these characters in more than one kind of story. It was good for a standalone short video, but I wanted to make a character that I could take everywhere with me. And that's when I had the idea for a concept that checks all three of these boxes. Purple Guy. At its core, Purple Guy is just a way to personify objects. I put a face on a thing and just think about what it'd be like if it was alive. This is super versatile. I can put Purple Guy on literally anything. It's relatable since everyone uses things like cars and toilet paper and stuff. And lastly, I wanted to make Purple Guy out of clay so he could be a real, tangible thing that actually exists in this little world. I had the idea for my perfect character complete, so now it was time to bring him to life. And to show you how I do that, I'm gonna make a Purple Guy video from start to finish without leaving my dorm room. My general process for coming up with ideas is by staring at things and asking, what if that had a face? Or what if that had a face? Or what if that had a face? And I think the best ones are when there's a good punchline. Sometimes that's wordplay.
Okay, everyone, let's start with an icebreaker. Oh.
Wait, what? Sometimes I have them sing.
Why aren't there any words that rhyme with orange? Oh, wait.
And sometimes the originality of what if blank was alive is funny enough. At first I was thinking I could do my spinny chair, but the really hard thing about this, when something's rotating on the y-axis, the Purple Guy face also has to rotate, but it needs to change perspective as it rotates, which is really hard to do with stop motion photography of clay faces. I tried to do this with a globe once and it really did not work and I could not upload that video. But the other idea I had was to do it on the fan, because the fan's rotating on a horizontal axis, so then the face doesn't actually need to change perspective, it just has to change position. So I do need that camera to film, so I'm gonna set up my phone as a B-roll camera on another tripod, and then I'll swap them. It'll make sense when I do it. The thing that makes these sorts of videos wonderful is that they're like full self-sustained jokes captured in one shot. That's not the worst rig I've ever made. One of my biggest inspirations is from Far Side jokes. Look at how a joke can be set up and paid off all within a single frame. So I'm gonna set up my camera and film the base plate, which will just be a shot of the fan. Can I borrow your tape? So now that I've got the shot framed where I want it, now I'm gonna light it. So there's some really harsh shadows that I think are caused by that room light. So I think I'll open the window or open the blinds so that'll be a lot softer. So the shadows are gone. It's a little dark, but I can fix that in post. So now I'm gonna put a tracking marker on the fan so that I can track the face to it while I edit. Okay, I think that's our shot. So now it's time to edit. I start by finding the clip in the footage that I want. So I cut out a little bit at the beginning, cut out the end, and then we're left with a nice video of the fan. Now I'm gonna track my marker and then attach Purple Guy to that marker. Lastly, I'm gonna add some shadows to Purple Guy and then keyframe them manually so that they move as he rotates. Okay, so the video's done, it's all edited. I have to do sound design. So I'm gonna do a sound for the fan and then a sound for Purple Guy screaming. Okay, and now Purple Guy screaming. Okay, so I've edited in the sounds, and now we have our final video. In 2 weeks, on February 14th, Purple Guy will be 1 year old. Of the 28 videos that I made last year, more than 2/3 were Purple Guy. And that's not bad. Part of the reason that I made Purple Guy was to learn new things. I got to make water out of saran wrap for the Queasy Faucet video. I got to make a music video for It Must Really Suck to Be a Plant. It must really suck to be a plant. I got to put him on the moon during an eclipse. He even went viral and got 250,000 views on Existential Pillow.
I'm on throw pillow.
I learned so much about motion tracking, mixed media animation, and even just filmmaking in general. But I think it's finally time to start trying new things beyond Purple Guy. Maybe he'll be back someday, but for now... This is bye to Purple Guy.
Thank you for watching this stop motion animation tutorial. I hope you learned a lot from it.